Certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
Now Wilson to throw again. Flush to his right. He completes this to Sutton. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Shift, shift.
Look for signals.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Danny. No. Off. Switch.
Penny, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
He's coming. Double up. He alert. He's coming. Double up.
Check.
Here we go. D. All day. Defense all day.
Still going 4 down.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Move. Hey, you got 3 down. Slam.
18.
36.
They'll run for it with Penny, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Rashad Penny unable to get there, and the Saints will have the football back.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got 7.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running with Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bounds at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. We're scoreless after 1. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, alert.
Rush in.
Got it. Gun.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz on for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit him on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you...
It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hold up, hold up.
Hey, we gotta get to that. Mike over there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Watch the safety creep. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. 27-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, let's go double count right here, double count.
On second and goal, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
Check 14, Friday. Run left.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Bridgewater to throw it. Lets it go for Nelson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this.
That's caught inside the 20, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 83 yards, and the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. No problem there on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike, 49. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And Thomas has it. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
36 power. Run left.
Under 10, 10.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
All day, baby, all day. Switch it.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 7 at the Saints' 23-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This will be taken in at the 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see it.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. Now Rashad Penny. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Check. Watch 54.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the
Push him
33-yard line.
back. Push him back. Hey, 0.
Wilson now off the bootleg, eluding the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That's good.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Alert!
We got a seal. Off. Woo! Mike 9.
Hey guys, listen. Push left.
Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone able to get him for a loss of about 3.
They can't stop me out here.
19. Still got 4 down.
Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Seahawks send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On the run, it's Penny. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We gotta get to that Mike over there. You left. You better be afraid of me. Mike, hey. You gotta. Hey, we gotta slow. We gotta seal. Record.
From the 44, Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Wilson's pass intended for Will Disley. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Move the team. Gun, 4 down. Gun.
Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to us. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hatchet. Slam.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is Cook with a grab. And out across midfield down to the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Saints.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. It's Hill, complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. From the red zone now, Bridgewater being chased out left. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I got you. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, Here we go.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go, dude, tighten up. Let's go, dude, tighten up.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Cook. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
They're running it. Kill.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
You ready? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Run pass. Go, let's do it.
This is Penny. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, and an alley to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I'm coming after you. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We ain't giving up nothing today.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Check, check.
They'll run with Penny. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here,
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And my goodness, another interception. Let it well, and it's picked. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to sit on.
Hey, alert.
Watch the run.
Penny.
He's coming.
Oh, what a juke into space. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Alert.
Single. Watch the shit. Hey.
Now it's Penny. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.